Hey guys, welcome back to Funny Reddit Stories. Today's story is from Prorevenge. Pre-children, my wife and I purchased our first house. We were very excited to be homeowners. We were particularly proud to show off all of our gardening and yard skills we have developed over the years of childhood chores. Don't tell mom, but who knew that seemingly punishment of yard work would actually translate to adulthood? We are off to a great start with a meticulous yard, spending way too much time and money. On my small suburban lot is the utility box for one of the two cable choices in the neighborhood. Along the EE cable core, the one who Forbes always lists as one of the worst companies in the country, I come home from work one day and notice the utility box is open and the cables are filleted all over. I did not think too much of it at the time and made a mental note assuming they are on a break. The next day, I come home from work and the utility box is still a mess. I called the Evil Empire Cable Company to kindly let them know that they left a mess in my yard after a repair. They told me nicely that they will be out in the neighborhood the following day to finish the work. Many weeks come and go without them fixing their mess. It was coming up on our first pool party and we wanted the house to be perfect. I call the EE cable core again, not to bore you with the details of the conversation, but ended with a rude ending that they will be out there eventually. Now I am seeing why nobody likes this Evil Empire Cable Company. At our first PC pool party, maybe after a margarita or four, we start aimlessly discussing the Evil Empire Cable Core. Now, we are a bunch of engineers and a truck driver, important later, drinking margaritas. The discussion turned from complaining to scheming. While poking around the utility box and the box on the side of my house, we noticed that this EE cable core does not use multiple line blocks on the cable. They merely hook up the cable from the house to the utility box. Easy peasy, nice and easy. I'm guessing the lack of security is a genuine artifact of Midwest nice. Why protect something that nobody steals? We also noticed that there is only one house of the 8 that is serviced with cable, so we proceed to hook up free cable to the 7 remaining houses. We neatly stuff all the wires and close the utility box. As I mentioned, the only non-engineer in the group was a truck driver. An earlier pointless discussion was about different padlocks and why truck drivers use a specific round kind, basically so that it is impossible to break with small bolt cutters. He grabs a large round padlock out of his truck and we try to place it on the utility box. It won't fit, hole is too small, so a few seconds of drilling, we now placed our own padlock on the EE cable cores. Utility box along with 7 houses with free cable protected by an industrial padlock designed to prevent trucker theft. After meeting the other neighbors and making sure they are trustworthy, I let them know about our party. Each one smiled and began enjoying free cable. A number of months later, enjoying free cable, the EE cable core is in the backyard staring at our handiwork. They bend over regularly, really studying the padlock. I can only imagine their discussion on what they are seeing. They bring out the bolt cutters from the truck. I assume they carry them if they lost a key or padlock is rusted. Now, looking at the bolt cutters, I can tell this will be a futile exercise. After only about 3 minutes, they both shrug their shoulders, get back in their truck, and leave. That was the last time we ever saw the EE Cable Company. Since all but one of us was enjoying free cable, there was no reason for them to be out there. Our gig was up when the one who did pay for cable, who we never really met, moved. The next technician was very dedicated, after 3 trips, each with a larger bolt cutter, resulting in using more than 4 feet long, put everything back to the way it was before. And thus concludes the story of 7 houses enjoying free cable for more than 4 years because the laziness of a single technician and a rude customer service rep. I think this story was meant to teach us all a lesson about customer service, but I just ended up being jealous of the free cable. Hope you enjoyed that story. See you tomorrow.